Israel's controversial move to remain in Lebanon past the agreed withdrawal deadline has stirred significant tension in the region. The November ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hezbollah, brokered by the United States, set a 60-day period for the withdrawal of Israeli troops from southern Lebanon. But now the Israeli government is seeking to extend its military presence by at least 30 more days. This extension request has been communicated to the Trump administration, with Israel citing the need for additional time to ensure the Lebanese army can fully deploy and secure the area. Israel's ambassador to the US, Michael Herzog, emphasized that the deadline is not set in stone. The Israeli Security Cabinet met on Thursday night to discuss this pressing issue. The situation remains tense, as Hezbollah has warned that any prolonged Israeli presence would be seen as a breach of the agreement, prompting a response to reclaim the land. The ceasefire agreement, which came into effect on November 27, 2024, was intended to halt a year-long low-level war initiated by Hezbollah's attack on Israeli-held territory in solidarity with Hamas. The Lebanese military, backed by UN peacekeepers, is tasked with maintaining security in southern Lebanon. Hezbollah is required to withdraw north of the Litani River, but Israeli officials argue that the pace of Hezbollah's withdrawal and the Lebanese military's deployment is too slow. This has raised concerns about the potential re-escalation of conflict. Interestingly, the US Department of Defense has hinted that the timeline for withdrawal could be flexible to accommodate the necessary security measures. Despite this, Hezbollah's stance remains firm, emphasizing that any delay would violate the ceasefire terms. On the ground, the situation is complex. While the US and French governments, along with the United Nations, are monitoring the ceasefire, the reality in southern Lebanon remains opaque. The Israeli military has been actively dismantling Hezbollah's infrastructure, yet the full extent of Hezbollah's military posture is unclear. The recent election of Joseph Aoun as Lebanon's president, a move supported by the US and Saudi Arabia, adds another layer to this intricate puzzle. Aoun has pledged to bring all weapons under state control, challenging the long-standing policy that allowed Hezbollah to maintain its militant wing. In northern Israel, civilian apprehension is palpable. Many residents have been slow to return to their communities, fearing that a full Israeli withdrawal could leave them vulnerable to Hezbollah's advances. Demonstrations are planned in Kiryat Shmona, highlighting the local concerns over the potential security vacuum. The international community continues to watch closely, urging both sides to adhere to the ceasefire and pursue long-term peace. The next few weeks will be critical in determining whether this fragile calm can hold, or if the region will once again descend into conflict. Stay tuned for more updates on this developing story. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for the latest news.